Hey ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to the show. In today's gaming news, we will be recapping the first few days of E3 2015 with a ton of new announcements, including Dishonored 2, Dark Souls 3, Gears of War 4, Uncharted 4, and much, much more. There is a lot of stuff going on over the past couple of days. With day 0 and day 1 of E3 2015, we have had a boatload of new announcements. I'm not even gonna be able to cover all of that here, but I'm gonna try to go into as much as I find interesting and what I want to share with you. And I'd like to start off with the newest of the new. These are brand new IPs, new announcements, things we never even heard of before, and some of them are very exciting. First up, we have got Ashen. This is an action RPG about a wanderer in search of a place to call home. The game takes place on a planet with no sun, which first of all, no, you can't fool me. All planets revolve around some sort of a sun, and the only source of light on this planet will be coming from volcanic eruptions that also happen to cover the land in ash. The game features passive multiplayer, high-risk combat, and an open world with giant creatures. It really feels like a combination of something like Journey and Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. A very interesting and unique setting, and I love the way the world looks in the trailer that we've seen. Next up, we have got Unravel. This is a physics-based puzzle platformer where you traverse nature's obstacles as Yarny, a tiny character made from a single thread of yarn. Take a look at this trailer. Absolutely gorgeous visuals. I mean, some super realistic looking stuff traveling through the Scandinavian countryside. Love the look of this. Very interesting platformer. Certainly not going to be a game for everyone because not everyone enjoys sort of these artistic platformy things, but I think this is very interesting, which is why I'm sharing it with you. Next, we have got Horizon Zero Dawn. This third-person action RPG is set in a lush, beautiful open world where nature has reclaimed the ruins of a forgotten civilization. In this, you will be exploring a wilderness filled with these mechanical creatures, these giant, basically mech versions of, creatures you expect to find out in the wild. You seem to be fighting against, and the character that you're playing as is this like tribal character decked in feathers and donning this leather outfit with like a bow and arrow. Very, very interesting looking game world. Next up is For Honor, a fast-paced competitive multiplayer medieval combat game where you choose from one of 3 warrior legacies, the samurai, Vikings, or knights. In the heat of battle, you'll be coordinating and communicating with your team of warriors and trying to take over control points and defeat your enemies. This is a Ubisoft title, and it's got that polish that I guess you would expect. Well, should I even say that? Because there's some Ubisoft games that come out super broken, but it's got that AAA production value that you expect from the trailer that we saw. Very cool looking melee combat from the 3 Dynasty Wars, not Dynasty Wars, you know what I'm trying to say. Moving on to our final 2 new IPs, we have got first ReCore, which this appears to be a third-person action-adventure game about a girl and her robot. Now, there are actually very little details released about ReCore. We just basically got a trailer showing off some, I don't even think it's in-game, but it could be, but it doesn't seem to be in-engine footage. Who knows? Very, very few details, but from the trailer, what we could glean is that it's probably like a third-person action-adventure. You're going through this planet and trying to power up your robot friends or something like that. And then finally, we have Sea of Thieves, a first-person multiplayer pirate adventure game. A very sort of childish and almost like a cartoony vibe to it, but it looks like it could be interesting, piloting the high seas with your friends in pirate ships and fighting against other pirates. Some very cool ideas there, and some very cool brand new IPs listed. That is just, oh, I'm so happy to finally be seeing new things. It's been a while since we've been so inundated with just like new stuff, new franchises, new IPs, all very, very exciting. And coming up, we have some more exciting stuff. This is all AAA sequels or new releases, reimaginings of things we've heard about before. We have got Dishonored 2, Fallout 4, Dark Souls 3, Gears of War 4, Uncharted 4, Mass Effect Andromeda, Destiny: The Taken King, Final Fantasy VII Remake, The Last Guardian, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and The Elder Scrolls Legends. Now, a lot of that list is fairly straightforward. You know more or less what to expect from Dishonored 2 or Gears of War 4, but we've got some new and interesting things. First of all, with The Elder Scrolls Legends. This is going to be a digital strategy card game set in the Elder Scrolls universe. Many people are saying this is a response to Hearthstone, but given the length of game development, there's a good chance this thing was starting development prior to Hearthstone being revealed, but who knows, honestly. Next, we've got Mass Effect Andromeda. It's a new Mass Effect game, but it's a brand new story, and as far as I can tell, it's a brand new part of the universe. I don't know that this is gonna have any connection whatsoever to Commander Shepard. Not a lot of details have been revealed other than new story, new setting, Mass Effect universe. And then finally, I wanted to touch on Ghost Recon Wildlands, a multiplayer game set in a big, dynamic, open world. It's very weird though, because I feel like, isn't this sort of what The Division is also supposed to be? Not that I'm gonna complain about multiple, massive, open world, dynamic shooter games. I'm more than okay with that. But some very, very interesting things. Now, there are also new trailers and new details revealed about games that we've known about in the past, but I don't want to go too far into detail for that. The truth is, there's a huge list of reveals and announcements that have happened over the past few days, and stuff that's even happening today that I can't even cover because I'm recording this Tuesday morning, and you know, the inability to time travel and for me to figure out those details and then record it in this pre-recorded video. It's just, there's a whole bunch of things that are making that not possible. You know, the space-time continuum and all that. Throughout the course of the rest of the day and this week, when new details come out, I'll be sure to cover some of those interesting things in the next upcoming Force feed. But for now, that is going to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. A quick little recap. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. This is an exciting week to be a gamer. So many new things, new franchises, new IPs, sequels to things we already love. So much to be excited about, to look forward to, and also to probably be disappointed. There's going to be a lot of disappointment, and bugs, and broken launches, but hopefully not too many.